Today, I'm going to be covering the top 2 cities in Ventura County. We're going to be comparing and contrasting Ventura and Thousand Oaks. I'm going to be covering things that you don't know, that you may not like, and the top questions that our clients have asked us. So come along as we explore these 2 cities. Now, you can find both families in Ventura and Thousand Oaks, drawn by different things, though. In Thousand Oaks, you find that families really appreciate the highly regarded Camarillo Valley School District, which earns an overall rating of A from niche.com. It's known for its strong academics and high level of parent involvement. Ventura, on the other hand, while still attracting families, boasts a rating for its Ventura Unified School District of a B+ from niche.com. When you're talking arts and culture, then Ventura is known for its artsy feel to it. From murals and vintage shops to local artists playing at the Ventura Music Hall or at a local pub or restaurant, where one of my favorite things to do is walk over on the boardwalk on a Friday night and listen to a local artist playing as I'm walking up the pier and seeing people fish. It is like you have your own midnight personal concert. If you're more into off-Broadway shows and huge comedy clubs and music concerts that are like a huge venue, then Thousand Oaks is for you, because they have the Civic Arts Center where they showcase things like Peter Pan and Frozen and other fun musicals and shows. And if you choose to come over to Thousand Oaks and see one of those shows, come a little early so that you can have a picnic and go for a walk and look at the fun sculptures. Another thing people like to ask us is walkability. They really want to be able to get out of their cars and walk to different places. Both of them are pretty car-centric places. Depending on where you live in Ventura, you might be able to ride your bike somewhere, or if you really do like walking, you could probably do it depending on which part of the city you live in. Back on the East End, it's going to be a lot harder than if you live in the more urban feel of the Montalvo neighborhoods. But on the West End, we've definitely heard that people can just walk everywhere. You walk to downtown, you walk to the beach, you walk to go out and eat, you go shopping over there. You have to find what fits best for you.
There's no doubt Ventura is famous for its beach and ocean lifestyle, with surfing, paddleboarding, kayaking, sailing, and access to the Channel Islands. You have whale watching. I'll never forget one day I was at Surfers Point and I saw a pod of dolphins jumping out of the waves and surfing the waves and swimming down the coastline, and it was absolutely magical. But don't forget that Ventura also has fantastic hiking at Arroyo Verde Park, Harmon Canyon Preserve, and you have miles of trails and open spaces, and people will often have their dogs off leash. And then there's even open space at Emma Wood State Beach Park where you can camp on the beach. And if you like your RV, there's also RV camping up the coastline from Ventura. So it truly is a magical lifestyle. If you love the outdoors, that's probably why Patagonia has their headquarters here. Thousand Oaks is really an outdoor mecca as well, with over 150 miles of trails for hiking, biking, and horseback riding as well. You'll see a lot of horseback riders there. It's also known for its beautiful trees and vegetation. And actually, if you want to, you can even hike from the Newberry Park section of Thousand Oaks about 8 miles all the way to the ocean through the Santa Monica National Mountains, as well as a state park there. Wildwood Regional Park and Conejo Creek North Park, they're 2 must-visit spots if you do like your hiking and your outdoor access.
Let's talk about the incredible weather we have here in Ventura County. Well, Ventura really outshines in this area. You're going to have days in the average of 70s and 80s during the summer and in the 60s and 70s in the winter. It is quite the lifestyle, and the reason tons of people are moving out here. Thousand Oaks is just a little bit more inland, and you're going to have hotter weather because of that. However, you still get a little bit of a coastal breeze to cool you off. In the winter, you're going to have days in the 70s, but in the summer, you can have days in the low 90s and sometimes topping over 100. We had one client who just couldn't decide where she wanted to live. She asked me to track how many days were over 100 degrees last year, and guess what? It was only 10 in Thousand Oaks. So again, while it's getting hotter, it's not unbearable. For those of you who love plants and botanic gardens, then you cannot miss the Gardens of the World in Thousand Oaks. This is a very special botanic gardens because you can go in there and just sit and relax and watch the koi fish swimming around. It's one of the most peaceful places I've been to here, besides, of course, the beach. If you're more into large botanical gardens with all different sections like desert plants and kids area, then you have the Conejo Valley Botanical Gardens, which is also located in Thousand Oaks and free to go to. But if you're more into a hiking garden, then Ventura's got you covered, because Ventura has the only hiking garden there is in Ventura County. Ventura is smaller than Thousand Oaks, and Thousand Oaks is it's spread out. It is the largest per square foot city in all of Ventura County. And so price ranges are going to vary. But if you're looking at introductory homes in one of the little small neighborhoods in Thousand Oaks, an entry-level home is going to be starting at the high 800,000s. Some neighborhoods you're looking at 900,000 and others over $1 million. Whereas in Ventura, you might be able to get an entry-level home for the low 700s, depending again on the neighborhood. And it can range all the way up to just a little over $1 million, maybe for the hillside. All of those entry-level homes you're looking at are probably needing to be updated. And so you'll need a little more cash in order to make it your own home. While Thousand Oaks does tend to have more expensive homes than Ventura, you also have larger lots and larger homes. And overall, you're going to have some newer homes than you do in Ventura. For clients who are a little more introverted and don't want people just saying hi and everything else, tend to really like more of the Thousand Oaks. Other people say when they are in Ventura, well, I'm not really going to be staying in my house much anyway. Why would you when you have this? And in Ventura, you're more likely to see that smaller, older Spanish-style home that a lot of people are drawn to and fall in love with. And in the college neighborhood, you're more likely to have the chance to buy an Eichler home. Whereas in Thousand Oaks, if you have a horse, this is going to be more of the place for you. There's Lynn Ranch, which has equestrian property, and those larger lots that I talked about. Not just that, there are trails throughout a lot of these neighborhoods that you can go on a walk or take your horse. Just a whole different feel. One of our clients told us that they absolutely love Ventura and they've been trying to get their friends to go there. And anytime they come to visit her and her family, they're like, oh my gosh, we really want to live here. However, where do you work? And she luckily is able to work from home, which leads to Ventura does not have a strong job market. Yes, there are some jobs, such as Patagonia has their headquarters there. And of course, there's outdoor retail and restaurants and anything to do with tourism. But that doesn't leave a lot of jobs for the everyday common person. Whereas Thousand Oaks, they are a hub for corporate offices, biotechnology, and healthcare. Not just that, when COVID hit, tons of people came over and moved to Thousand Oaks. It actually became known as one of the best Zoom cities in all of the country. People are really moving here from LA. And the reason for it is because it's easy to get over there and do your job once or twice a week and then come back here and telecommute the rest of the time. Also, it's close to Silicon Beach. And so you have those options for jobs too. While in the win column, Ventura does have the pedestrian mall. While you get to go and shop at some amazing family-owned stores and eat great food, Thousand Oaks is a little too spread out. They wanted to emulate that same kind of feel. However, they have this huge busy street and these wonderful shops just lining it. It's a little too large to really be able to feel like you can just go sit on the patio and eat. Both cities do have small little shopping centers and family-owned stores dispersed throughout it. And they actually both have sections with larger box stores. And in both cities, you're going to have a mall. You're going to have the Pacific Mall in Ventura and the Oaks in Thousand Oaks. Neither one of these malls is what I would say really flourishing, where everybody is there all the time. But the Oaks does tend to have more stores open and more people visiting it. And if you're looking for a Dave & Buster's, well, Thousand Oaks has you covered there.
Ventura is about a 30-minute drive up to Santa Barbara. It's over an hour drive to Los Angeles. However, it is popular with remote workers because of its amazing lifestyle. So if you can work from home, that's a plus. Keep in mind as well, there's 3 highways intersecting Ventura, so you can get around to a lot of places. You can get up to Ojai in the mountains. You can get over to Oxnard, maybe if you want to go shopping at the Collection Shopping Center or drive over to Camarillo. There's also a train stop right in the downtown with Amtrak and Metrolink train access up and down the coast. Thousand Oaks' big selling point, it's right off the 101. It's roughly 45-minute drive to Los Angeles. Most people are really getting around because of that access to the 101.
Don't be surprised if you find a pothole or two in Thousand Oaks. However, it is nothing compared to what you are going to find in Ventura. It's so bad in Ventura, it is actually the #1 thing we hear from visitors and people who live in Ventura that really makes them upset. It has actually gotten so bad that Ventura was actually one of the few cities in Ventura County to get reprimanded and told that they must start maintaining those streets.
According to citydata.com, Thousand Oaks actually ranks as one of the safest cities in California consistently. The national average on their index is right around 270, and Thousand Oaks is all the way down at 60. Ventura ranks below the national average as well, but they're more right around the 240 range, and they show a tendency for more property crime and break-ins, that type of stuff, towards the beach areas and the downtown. The city of Ventura actually provides a map showing areas where there is different types of crimes around the city, which is really useful. And Keziah did a wonderful video on crime for Ventura County. We'll put a link for that in the Show More section below.
If you're thinking about moving to Ventura County and you like these compare-contrast videos, think how much knowledge that Bart and myself actually have that we could give you when we're taking you on a tour and really have the time to spend and share with you all of our knowledge. Give us a call, shoot us over a text, or shoot us an email. We would love to help you find your perfect home.